much. I'm even surprised to hear that there has been importation of Adire fabrics, but I know
And
that
Kampala.
pattern.
Yeah.
I know that pattern is now available in Ankara.
Yeah.
But all the same, I agree entirely with Oluwafemi Popoola, because this is a very big industry. And me, I'm an Adire Kampala person anyway, so I'm a fan of that.
Of course, I've seen you on. I've seen you on
So
many times.
I don't see any reason.
Imported Adire.
Import what?
Wearing.
I don't buy into anything imported. I believe in anything locally made. I believe so much in Nigerian made products. But this is a call for improvement in the production process. Because one of the things I've discovered with anything that has to do with fabrics is that those who do mass production, they had an advantage over the local producers, and that's why we have to improve it. You are talking about the chains. We need to improve it, because if you still see the way those Adire fabrics are being produced, they are at the disadvantage in this generation. It doesn't change the fact that it's supporting. That's the way to go. To ban the importation is the way to go. But more than that, we have to improve some of, even the same thing as with Ojasope, Ojasope and all the other brands.
Locally brands.
So we need to sit down and see how they can be improved. I mean the production process.
Yeah.
Because
designing.
Yes, because what it goes into the production is so herculean, is so demanding, and the mass production is suffering for it.
No,
the same thing with our agriculture. We need to produce, look how to maximize production. That way we are at an advantage. Even if they are bringing it from anywhere, they can't beat us to it. But when the ones produced from outside Nigeria, not necessarily better quality, but they are coming cheaper than the one produced within the country, then you have problem.
Now, does this also call to question the duties of the National Orientation Agency? There was a time, we had, Nigeria, good people, great nation. There was also someone who was pushing the slogan, buy Nigeria to grow the Naira and the likes. I mean, some of these things to, would I say, help, up the pride in what we create in our own nation. Help, people to have more confidence, more belief. People would rather, buy things, if they can afford it, things that are imported, they believe it's better quality. What exactly is the government also doing, or what should the government do to improve the pride in what we make in Nigeria?
Well, I don't think government is doing anything about it. At least not sufficient. In terms of mass orientation, it has, generally mass orientation in Nigeria has, almost zero.
It's dead.
There was a time they would do orientation about hygiene, orientation about virtually everything. But now it's only what concerns government directly, that government is interested in, and it's not good enough. So what I'm looking at is that if you go to Aba, for instance, I've been to Aba before, and I was really dumbfounded at the level of productivity these people are, the kind of things they produce. But to what extent are our elites, particularly those in government, are using locally made products? They are not even using locally made medicine. They are not
the cars.
The cars. You understand?
Some do. After maybe there's an outcry against them, some do.
But as a government, government must champion the use of locally made items. For instance, car. Government has no business buying imported cars.
Definitely.
Government of Nigeria. That's where patriotism starts from. You must do everything possible to encourage local production. But we are not doing that.
You see, if we as a people want to develop and we want to be, known in the world, then we must have a policy. There should be a national policy on these things we are talking about. But you see, since '79, when we have this indigenization